Welcome back to part 2 of our paint along for the Knight of Stature. This is kind of the look that we're going to finish with today. And here's the knight himself in all his glory. If you'd like to paint along with me, you can find him in the link in the description below. So we're just going to try and go ahead and get this blue look, put some copper in here. So let's just get started. And I must say, to be honest, I was a little bit excited to just jump straight ahead. And so I forgot a little bit where we left off in the last video. And I just went ahead and I dipped my brush straight into copper and I just started layering it on. And then I quickly realized we never actually put in the base coat of white underneath to get this blue to pop, and so it's going to be a huge pain. So I actually have to go over this copper, so I'm just going to skip through this real quick for you. I put white in here, I sprayed it blue, that way we have a nice good undertone to go over the next time. So acting like that didn't happen, I was just a little too excited to get things started. Now that I actually have the blue in place, we can start fine lining this copper in here. And I'm just using the Vallejo Copper Model Air line, but honestly, I really love these metallics without using the airbrush. Like, they go on quite smooth, a lot better than other metallic brands that I've tried before, and it makes it a lot smoother when they're kind of liquid and more runny, so it's easy for them to spread on in full opacity, which is an issue that I often come across when painting metallics, is they're just a little bit splotchy and the pigment doesn't go on very accurately, I guess you could say. Like, it comes on in clumps almost. So I'm just taking the edge of the brush and really doing this fine lining with the edge of my brush. As you can see, it's really important when you're doing any type of edge highlighting not to try to load up the point of the brush, because then you're just going to kind of get a little bit frustrated with the entire process. It's just far easier to load up a brush that is a little bit bigger than you might be used to and just use the side of the brush. So as you're watching me paint this, you'll notice that I'm kind of dragging down towards myself at an angle. I'm never really following the lines perfectly. Give it a try, practice it a little, see what you think, see if you kind of understand what I mean by that. And I'd love to know, what are some of the painting levels that you guys are at right now? Have you been painting minis for a long time? Or are you Warhammer players, D&D players? Maybe you just like to mostly paint the display pieces like I do, but I'd be super curious. So drop a comment, let me know what your main painting style is or what you like. And if you are enjoying these chill paint along sessions with me, just getting more done, then I'd love it if you would subscribe. It just proves that what I'm doing is something that you guys are interested in, and I know it definitely helps me actually get more models painted, just having a reason to show off the process, just to talk about it, and know that somebody's listening. So I really appreciate you guys that have supported me so far. And with that said, I'm just going to kind of keep fine lining this and give you guys a chance to just chill, enjoy the music, work on fine lining it along with me, or doing whatever projects you're currently working on, which, you know, I'd love to know what they are, or feel free to tag me in your posts or anything, in your progress pictures, whatever you want to do. It's absolutely fantastic. Just enjoy it at your own pace, and I'll give you another update when this is fine lined and we move on to the next step. exactly at the next step yet, but I did want to just drop in here and mention that really the only reason why I'm fine lining this and doing all the copper at this stage is because I just kind of wanted to see it get done. And that's totally fine as you're painting your display pieces. Even if there are some like slight inefficiencies in the way that you actually do things in your order of operations, sometimes it can be nicer to just fully finish a section of the model before moving on to the next. Like I could have saved all of this copper to be the very last thing that we do, and it might even be possible that we're going to need to come back over this at the end and fix any spots that I accidentally mess up or I hit with a brush that just splatters paint or something. And like these are some of the final details, but I saw this axe, I really liked the way the shine was going, and I was inspired by it, and I just wanted to finish it and see what this piece of the model was going to look like in its entirety. So I figured, hey, I'm going to finish the base, I'm going to focus on the axe, and then the knight himself can fall into place. We're going to see what it really needs to look like and just kind of let the painting take the wheel in that regard. Like we've kind of thrown a little bit of our plans out the window. Like we still have a generic order of operations, but when you really feel like you want to get started on something, just get started on it. Don't worry about the correct order of operations or anything. It's just going to bog you down, to be honest. It just slows you down, and it's really frustrating. So if it looks cool and you want to get it done, just get it done. So I don't think I missed any spots at this point. I'm just kind of doing some last little once-overs, making sure the light's hitting everywhere that I needed to, and this is kind of what it looks like. So one thing that's important to remember as well is you're going to be seeing this thing from like 3 or 4 feet away, so you really don't need to be staring at it up close all the time. So set it down, take a step back from the painting table, and relax a little. Like it doesn't have to be super perfect, right? But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and put some blue into these little crevices here, make it a little bit stronger, and I'm going to go ahead and fill them up with white as well. So this is like a very strong glow, almost coming from the inside of this like weird reactor thing, I guess, that's going on with this axe. Like I noticed it a little more as I was painting, that there's, I don't know, some type of machinery maybe or something that could be coming from inside of this, like a futuristic enchanted axe or like something weird. So maybe our blue glow is like also coming from that. So I'm just gonna line the inside of that with some blue, make it a really strong color. And here I'll kind of show you how I pull that blue down, get it to be a really nice bright color to go on top of this darker blue that I put down. And we're just going to layer that up so that eventually it's white, and that's going to kind of give us a little bit of a OSL effect to it. That's just really minor. Like I don't want that to be the focal point of the model. I still want the focal point to be on the blade itself and this kind of cool true metallic metal edge that we have going on here with these like double stripes that are down the side of the axe. I do want your eye to be pulled to that first, but I think it'd be nice to just add this little bit of a touch. Now that we've got all that white in there, kind of this little bit of source light, I'm going to grab this steel color and we're going to finish making all of that little machinery in there fine lined as well. So again, I'm just kind of using the edge of the brush to pull down towards myself or up and away from myself, but using the belly of that brush as much as possible. You'll see it might be a bit of a bigger brush than you'd expect for the small area that I'm trying to cover here, but it just helps hold paint a lot better. The bristles aren't going to get clogged up or anything, and you'll find that it's just a better experience, to be honest. You can paint pretty much everything you want to with like a size 0 brush, and a lot of these super tiny ones just aren't really as helpful as you might think they are. So I'm just going to pick apart all these little silver spots, and then I'll be back. All right, there you have it. That's going to be everything done and dusted for this painting session. This was about 3 hours of detail work, I think, condensed to about 17 minutes. And again, you're going to see this model from arm's length away or farther. So set it down, take a look at it, take a deep breath, and I hope you'll join me for the next one.